The crystalline spires of Zenthara Prime pierced the violet sky like shards of frozen starlight. Princess Maya of the Zentharian Empire stood at the observation deck of the royal cruiser, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with barely contained irritation. Her four eyes, two primary, two auxiliary, tracked the human male who had been assigned as her personal escort during the diplomatic mission to the outer reaches. William Chen, that was his name, a human, a species barely 2 centuries into interstellar travel, still fumbling with basic quantum mechanics while her people had been navigating the cosmic web for millennia. "This is insulting," Maya transmitted to her aide via neural link, her melodic voice dripping with disdain when she spoke aloud. "The Galactic Council sends me a human as protection. What's next? A Terran house pet to guard the Imperial jewels?" William stood 3 meters away, his posture relaxed, eyes half closed as if bored. He wore the standard escort uniform, a sleek black tactical suit that seemed unremarkable compared to the advanced armor her own guards wore. No visible weapons, no enhancement implants glowing beneath his skin, just a human male of average height with dark hair and an infuriatingly calm expression. "Your Highness," her chief advisor, Kelron, approached with his sensory tendrils quivering. "The human comes highly recommended by the Council's Security Division. His record is irrelevant," Maya interrupted, her skin flashing crimson, the Zentharian expression of contempt. "Humans are weak, slow, their reflexes are pathetic, their lifespan laughably brief. They compensate with technology they barely understand." She turned her gaze to William, who seemed utterly unbothered by her assessment. "No offense intended, of course." "None taken, Your Highness," William replied in flawless Zentharian, his accent surprisingly refined. His eyes opened fully now, dark and unreadable. "I'm here to do a job, not to impress you." The audacity almost made Maya's secondary heart skip a beat. No one spoke to her like that, not even the council members. The cruiser shuddered slightly as it prepared for the dimensional fold that would take them to the Karis sector, a contested region where Maya would negotiate a critical peace treaty. The mission was dangerous, which was precisely why she'd been assigned guards. But a human, it was like bringing a decorative blade to a plasma fight. Entering fold space in 30 seconds, the ship's AI announced. William moved then so subtly that Maya almost missed it. His eyes swept the observation deck, calculating angles, exits, distances. His weight shifted imperceptibly to the balls of his feet. Whatever drowsiness had been there evaporated, replaced by something else, something predatory. "Your security detail is positioned incorrectly," he said quietly to Kelron. "The guards near the eastern port, they're creating a blind spot. Anyone with basic tactical knowledge could exploit it." Kelron's tendrils stiffened. "Our formations have been used for 3 centuries. "And they're predictable," William interrupted, his tone still respectful but firm. "Predictable gets people killed." Before Maya could respond, the ship lurched violently. Alarms shrieked through the corridors. The observation deck's transparent walls flickered as the ship's shields engaged. "Hostile breach detected, multiple intrusion points, all personnel to defensive stations." Maya's skin flashed white fear. "How? We're in fold space. Breach is impossible." "Apparently not," William said, already moving. From seemingly nowhere, weapons materialized in his hands, sleek, compact, unmistakably human-designed. "Stay behind me, Your Highness." "I will not take orders from." The eastern port exploded inward. Through the smoke came figures clad in stealth suits, their forms shimmering with cloaking technology. Assassins. 12 of them, Maya's enhanced vision counted instantly. They moved with the fluid grace of professional killers, weapons already trained on her position. Her guards reacted, but too slowly. The assassins were faster, better equipped. Plasma bolts cut through the air. 2 of her guards fell in the first 3 seconds. Then William moved. Maya's 4 eyes could barely track him. One moment he was beside her, the next he was a blur of motion. His first shot took down the lead assassin before the man's finger could fully depress his trigger. His second shot destroyed a throwing blade mid-flight, a blade that had been aimed directly at Maya's primary heart. William's body moved like water, flowing between trajectories of death with millimeter precision. He slid under a plasma burst, firing twice while horizontal. Two more assassins collapsed. He used the observation deck's architecture, pillars, furniture, the artificial gravity wells, like extensions of his own body. An assassin appeared behind him, blade descending. Without looking, William twisted, caught the attacker's wrist, and used the assassin's own momentum to redirect the blade into another attacker who'd been flanking left. In the same motion, he fired his weapon point-blank into the first assassin's torso. 6 down, 6 seconds. Maya stood frozen, her advanced Xantharian mind struggling to process what she was witnessing. This wasn't possible. Humans didn't move like this. Their neural processing speeds were too slow, their muscle density too low. But William wasn't relying on superior biology. He was using something else. Prediction, economy of motion, pure distilled skill. An assassin threw a gravitic pulse grenade. William's hand shot out, caught it midair, and threw it back in one fluid motion. The explosion took out two more attackers who'd been advancing in formation. 8 down. The remaining 4 assassins recognized the threat, adjusted their tactics. They split up, attacking from multiple vectors simultaneously, coordinated, professional. William's eyes flickered, calculating. Then he did something that made Maya's breath catch. He holstered one weapon. With his now free hand, he grabbed a decorative sculpture from a nearby pedestal and threw it, not at an assassin, at the observation deck's environmental controls. The sculpture shattered the panel in a shower of sparks. Instantly, the gravity in their section fluctuated wildly. The assassins, caught mid-stride, flailed as their footing disappeared. William somehow had already adjusted. He pushed off a wall, firing with surgical precision. 3 shots, 3 kills. One assassin remained, the largest, wearing heavier armor. The assassin raised what looked like a molecular disruptor, powerful enough to vaporize Maya and everything within 10 meters. William was out of position, too far to intercept, his weapon's charge depleted. The assassin's finger tightened on the trigger. William threw his empty weapon. It spun through the fluctuating gravity, struck the disruptor at exactly the right angle to knock it upward just as it fired. The beam carved through the ceiling instead of through Maya. In that half-second window, William crossed the distance, impossible distance, physics-defying distance, and delivered a strike to the assassin's throat that collapsed the man's trachea through his armor. The assassin dropped. 12 assassins, 43 seconds, 1 human. Silence fell over the observation deck, broken only by the sound of alarms and Maya's racing hearts. William straightened, his breathing barely elevated, and immediately moved to secure the perimeter. His eyes swept the room, cataloging threats, injuries, and escape routes. Only after he was satisfied did he turn to Maya. "You're unharmed, Your Highness." Maya stared at him, her skin cycling through colors she couldn't control: shock, awe, confusion, respect. Her voice, when it came, was barely a whisper. How what?" William's expression remained neutral as he helped Kelron to his feet. "You're human. You shouldn't be able to. That level of combat efficiency, the predictive modeling, the spatial awareness, is exactly what humans are good at," William said simply. He retrieved his weapons, checking them with practiced efficiency. "Your species evolved superior senses, longer lifespans, advanced neural networking. You're better than us at almost everything." He met her eyes then, and Maya saw something in his gaze that made her reconsider everything she thought she knew about humanity. "But we humans," William continued, We evolved as persistence hunters on a death world. We learned to predict, to adapt, to outlast things bigger and stronger than us. We learned to use tools, to see patterns, to turn our weaknesses into weapons. You've had millennia of peace and advancement. We've had millennia of fighting to survive against impossible odds. He holstered his weapons. So no, Your Highness, I don't have your enhanced biology. I can't process quantum equations in my head or see in 12 spectrums. But I can do what my species has always done. I can look at a situation, understand it, and find a way to win. Maya's skin slowly shifted to gold, the Xantharian expression of profound respect. I apologize, she said, and meant it. I underestimated you. I underestimated your entire species. William's lips quirked in something almost like a smile. Most people do, Your Highness. We're kind of used to it. As the ship's security teams secured the area and medical personnel tended to the wounded, Maya watched her human escort coordinate the response with quiet competence. She'd learned an important lesson today, one that the Galactic Council had apparently understood before her. Never underestimate the human capacity for turning limitations into advantages. And never, ever underestimate someone whose entire evolutionary history was written in survival against impossible odds. William, she called out. He turned, questioning. When we return to Xanthara Prime, I'm requesting you be assigned as my permanent security chief. For the first time, she saw genuine surprise in his expression. Then that almost smile returned. I'd be honored, Your Highness, though I should warn you, my recommendations are going to involve completely overhauling your current security protocols. Maya's skin flashed with amusement, bright azure streaked with gold. After what I just witnessed, I wouldn't dream of arguing. As the ship completed its emergency fold and began the journey home, Princess Maya of Xanthara found herself grateful for the first time that the Galactic Council had sent her a human. Even if he was, by his own admission, just doing his job.